What's up, everyone? I'm back with another video now. For this one, this is a video of action movies that I recommend. Now, with this, I'm not going to include the movies that everyone knows, like the Marvel Universe or the Fast and Furious franchise or the Rocky franchise or Rambo franchise. The ones that everyone pretty much around the world knows. I'm not going to include those in this video, but this video, a lot of people might know some of these films, but these are films that people don't talk about as much and stuff, which they should because these are cult classics. So yeah, with that being said, let's get on with the video. So first up, we have the Undisputed franchise. Now the first one has of course Wesley Snipes, he's also a pretty good martial artist. But the first Undisputed movie is it's sort of like a boxing type movie, in a way. And they're in jail. It's about these they're going to jail, and then you got some great fight scenes in them. And then the second one, the second one's called Boyka Undisputed 2. So the second one has Scott Adkins in it, which he's one of my favorite martial artists. I love pretty much all of his films. So yeah, Scott Adkins whooped ass in this movie. This movie has tons of martial arts in it. Love it. The third one's great, and the fourth one's great. These are known for the best martial arts sequels. So yeah, Undisputed. The Undisputed franchise, I highly recommend them. Every single film is great from there. And then also, Michael Jai White ended up, he played in Undisputed 2. Scott Adkins, Michael Jai White freaking fought in that film. So yeah, next up, and I highly recommend it though. Next up, we have the Never Back Down franchise. Michael Jai White didn't appear up until the second movie. And then he also played in the third movie. So the first movie, he didn't play in it, but it was still a great martial arts film. All three films are great. I highly recommend that franchise. It's amazing martial arts franchise. If y'all miss, the 80s martial arts, I highly recommend those films that I just talked about. And this is great. Next up, we have Blood and Bone with Michael Jai White. Blood and Bone. Some of y'all might have seen it, a lot of y'all might have. But Blood and Bone is a great, fantastic martial arts film. If you love martial arts, if you love blood sport and stuff with Jean-Claude Van Damme in it, I highly recommend it. Next up, Bloodsport. Bloodsport with Jean-Claude Van Damme is great. I don't hear a lot of people talk about this film anymore, which they should. Bloodsport is just a fantastic film. So yeah, Bloodsport. And next up, we have Surviving the Game. Now, I know a lot of people have not seen this one. Surviving the Game is an original story about this guy which is played by Ice-T. He's poor, and then these people end up trying to give him a job, and when they give him a job, it's like his job is to hide out in the woods while these people hunt him, and then this guy ends up finding weapons and start fighting back. So yeah, this film is so original. I enjoy this film. Surviving the Game is freaking amazing and stuff. And next up, we have Hunt to Kill with Steve Austin. I recently watched that on Tubi. I highly recommend that film. I hadn't seen it in a while until recently. A few days ago, I watched it on Tubi, and it is a badass film. You have some great fight scenes, some great explosions, some great gun shooting. It's freaking awesome film. So yeah, Hunt to Kill, I highly recommend it. Next up, we have The Foreigner with Jackie Chan in it. Jackie Chan, he's a pretty good martial artist. He's a pretty good martial artist. Jackie Chan is great in this film. I enjoy The Foreigner a lot. It has a great story and everything. This film is pretty damn good. Next up, we have another Scott Adkins film, that is Abduction. Now, this film has a mixture of a little bit of horror inside of it, mixed with a lot of great martial arts inside of it also. This film does have some great action scenes, and Scott Adkins is a badass action star, and Abduction is great. So yeah, Abduction is damn good. And there are quite a few people that do talk about the Undisputed movies, but not that much anymore. They should, because that's what started his career. But he does like, they ain't even the only movies that he's done good is Undisputed. Like, he's done movies that's just as good as that. So yeah, Scott Adkins, great martial artist. Abduction, I highly recommend it. Fantastic film. Next up we have Kiss of the Dragon with Jet Li. The martial arts in this film was freaking awesome. Like, Jet Li's a great, crazy ass martial arts. He's quick. He's super quick. He knows exactly what he's doing when he does martial arts. His film is just fantastic action film. Next up we have Triple Threat with Scott Adkins, Michael Jai White, Tony Jaa. This film, freaking amazing. Great gun shooting, great explosions, great fight scenes. Everything you love about action movies is in this film, basically. This film, I highly recommend it if you haven't seen it. Triple Threat is a very fantastic film. Scott Adkins plays sort of a villain, but he's a badass villain. He freaking just whoops ass throughout this film, basically. And you have Michael Jai White, which is, he also played a villain in this film, and he's freaking whooped ass also in this film. And you have Tony Jaa, which is, he played the good guy in this film, which is, he was badass in this film also. I highly recommend Triple Threat. Fantastic film. And it also has a great soundtrack. Next up, we have the Universal Soldier franchise that I don't hear that much people talk about. Now, this thing right here came with 3 different movies. Kickboxer, which is another movie I highly recommend, Kickboxer. And then the original Universal Soldiers right there with, with Dolph Lundgren. And then the second Universal Soldier with Jean-Claude Van Damme and Michael Jai White. There's another one that's Universal Soldier Regeneration and Universal Soldier Day of Reckoning, which is, this one has Day of Reckoning has Scott Adkins, and Van Damme this time around ends up playing the villain in this film. So yeah, I love that franchise. A very fantastic franchise. Next, we have Accident Man. Now, Accident Man, I freaking enjoy this film. This film is based off a comic book called Accident Man, and Scott Adkins did interviews about this film, why he wanted to do this film, because it's based off a comic book that he enjoys, so he wanted to turn it into a movie, and this film did a great job. This film is great. Scott Adkins is also in it, and Michael Jai White is in it, and you got this epic fight. You got a lot of epic fight scenes in this film. Like, you got tons of epic fight scenes, tons of it. And I highly recommend this film, Accident Man. It's freaking so enjoyable, so badass. If you love action films, definitely give this movie a try. So yeah, this was a video of action movies that I recommend. So just in case some of y'all were like stuck in quarantine or whatever and whatnot, and then y'all just want to go on eBay and then look up some of these films that y'all might have not seen, and y'all just want to watch something or something that y'all have not seen before, I just thought, why not go on, hop on here and talk about the action movies that I recommend. So yeah, I guess that's it for this video. If y'all enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, please subscribe and share. Also hit the bell so you know new videos uploaded. And I also didn't add John Wick either, because a lot of people know that. So yeah, this is a video of action movies that I think that a lot of people don't even talk about as much anymore. So yeah, I guess that's it for this video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Guess I'm out. Peace.